Hello, my name is Sherry Craig with the Office of Career and Technical Education. Welcome to the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Career Work Experience Certification Administration Guide Training for school year 2024-25. The Career Work Experience Certification, referred to as the CWC, is one of the four components of the Kentucky Alternate Assessment. The CWC is a measure of the career readiness within the Post-Secondary Readiness Indicator of Kentucky's accountability system. This module will walk you through specific portions of the Career Work Experience Certification Administration Guide. Most slides will reference specific pages. Please print a hard copy or access an electronic version from the Kentucky Department of Education or the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Program, KAAP, online training system, OTS, before continuing this training. There are two ways for students to demonstrate post-secondary readiness within Kentucky's accountability system. Students must earn a high school diploma or be classified as grade 12 non-graduate and meet the requirements of one type of readiness, academic readiness or career readiness. In alignment with regular assessment, the achievement of the career readiness is not mandatory. The accountability system allows for meeting the requirements of the academic readiness or career readiness. However, school districts must provide students opportunity and access to work towards career readiness. This includes students participating in alternative high school diploma course of study. CWC process, page 4. The attainment of the CWC is a process, not an assessment. The CWC process includes three general phases of the career exploration, which is recommended, student-focused planning, and instruction in experiential curriculum. Students receive instruction including work-based learning opportunities in the classroom, school, community, and at work sites. The process utilizes community-based school business partnerships. School business partnerships assist in providing the work-based learning experiences to students. Content assessed, pages 4 through 5. During the CWC process, students are given the opportunity to practice, maintain, and generalize practical knowledge and skills linked to the employability and foundational academic standards, alternate assessment, and corresponding progressions. These standards are typically referred to as the EFAS, AA, or the EFAS, and are the same standards assessed by the Employability Skills Attainment Record, known as the ESAR. These standards are included in Appendix A of the CWC Administration Guide. The standards align with a subset of the Career and Technical Education CTE Pathway Standards documents and the standards assessed by the Career and Technical Education End of Program, or the CTE EOP assessment for articulated credit. There are 40 standards that address the concepts and skills listed on pages 4 through 5. The CWC process at high school, grade 9 and up, page 5. The implementation of the CWC process begins at the high school level. Student-focused planning at grade 9 and beyond includes the continuation of annual transition planning. This includes the development of the multi-year course of study in accordance with the Kentucky Uniform Academic Course Code list. For students working towards career readiness, status within the Post-Secondary Readiness Indicator of Kentucky's accountability system, the multi-year course of study includes the 4 courses specific to the attainment of the CWC. The courses are completed in prerequisite order. Work-based learning options are aligned with each course and provided in accordance with the student's least restrictive environment, the LRE. CWEC process at the high school, grade 9 and up, page 5 through 6 continued. Student focused planning continued. Each district determines on an individual student basis if transition planning alone will provide the information needed to determine transition services. The admissions and release committees, the ARCs, may need to hone their problem-solving skills within the basic transition planning process. For the majority of students, transition planning alone is, if implemented with fidelity, meets student needs. Refer to Appendix C for more information about transition planning and services. For more involved students, a specific formal model of person-centered planning or components of a specific model may be required. The district selects the formal process to use. Conduct person-centered planning as needed. The CWC process at high school, grade 9 and up, pages 5 through 6 continue. Discuss the anticipated year of graduation or exit with the student and parents during student-focused planning. The anticipated exit year is required in order to complete a compliant course of study. 707 KR 1:002, Section 119 is, paragraph 19, is the key to planning for the CWC. The anticipated year of exit with a graduation code affects when a student begins coursework leading to the CWC. Within the CWC process at the high school level, in addition to student-focused planning, the school district should develop post-secondary goals, identify students for Office of Vocational Rehab, OVR services, pre-employment transition services or targeted transition services, and identify students for work-based learning programs in accordance with the program guidelines. Finally, provide the summary of performance to the student upon the year of exit. CWC courses, page 7. For the 4 specific courses leading to the attainment of the CWC are included within the high school special education course standards document. Elective courses must be completed in prerequisite order. 1 year is the recommended length for each course, or in alignment with the length of requirement for other CTE courses. The courses may be repeated, particularly for students enrolled in grade 14. Coursework leading to the CWC, page 7. The 4 specific elective courses leading to the attainment of the CWC are included within the high school special education course standards document. To review the specific EFAS AA standards aligned to each course, refer to the Kentucky Department of Education course standards in the searchable state course codes database. Refer to the standards link in the details of the course. Page 7 of the administration guide begins describing the courses leading to the CWC. Developing Career Options is the first course and can be completed in grades 9 through 14. The course focuses on orientation to careers. Course content includes orientation to the 16 career clusters, employability skills, self-management, and work ethics. Opportunities are provided within the course for the development of the program of problem solving, decision making, and reasoning through school and work-based learning experiences. The CWC courses are aligned to the Kentucky Academic Standards, KAS, and Employability and Foundational Academic Standards, Alternate Assessment, EFAS. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. You may visit the Developing Career Options course standards link to review the specific EFAS AA standards aligned to the course. The Kentucky Department of Education Career and Technical Education Resources webpage provides a link to learn more about the 16 career clusters. Developing Career Options is the prerequisite course for developing leadership skills. The next course is Developing Leadership Skills and is offered at multiple grades 9 through 14. This course is designed to assist students with developing skills needed to be successful leaders and responsible members of society. Students will develop personal attributes and social skills. Emphasis is placed on the interpersonal skills, team building, communication, personal development, and leadership. This course includes opportunities for students to apply their knowledge. Special focus is given to the Kentucky Alternate Assessment aligned to the Kentucky Academic Standards, KAS, and the EFAS-AA standards. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual students' needs. This course may apply to any of the career clusters and should be aligned to the individual students' post-secondary goals. The career clusters are included on the following slide. Visit the Developing Skills, Leadership Skills webpage to review the specific EFAS standards aligned to the course. The 16 career clusters included in the course are listed on the slide now and contained in the course description on page 8. Links to learn more about the 16 career clusters are also included. Page 8 of the administration guide also contains the Experience in Workplace Principles course description. This is the third course offered and may be taken in grades 9 through 14. Experience in Workplace Principles examines the skills needed to adapt to changing demands and expectations. The course includes, but is not limited to, problem solving, teamwork, time management, and self-management skills. Job seeking and job retention skills are taught through the development of the resume and job search materials. This course is aligned to the KAS and the EFAS-AA. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. Visit the Experience in Workplace Principles course standards link to review the specific EFAS-AA standards aligned to the course. Individualized career work experience is provided to students in grades 11 through 14 and is described on pages 8 through 9. This course focuses on work experience for students. The course includes a related class and work-based learning in the local community. This course is aligned to the KAS and EFAS-AA. All materials and activities presented are differentiated to meet individual student needs. Visit the Individual Career Work Experience webpage to review the specific EFAS-AA standards aligned to the course. Work-based learning options, pages 8 through 9. Work-based learning options are embedded in each individual course and provide a variety of experiences for students. This affords students opportunities to practice, maintain, and generalize knowledge and skills related to the EFAS-AA in the classroom, school, community, and work-based settings. The work-based learning and options were selected from the Kentucky's Work-Based Learning Manual and include cooperative education, entrepreneurship, internship, paid or unpaid, mentoring, school-based enterprise, shadowing, and service learning. All definitions are included in the CWC Administration Guide Glossary. The work-based learning is provided in alignment with the course descriptions. Districts determine which options to include in each course when developing each course plan. Some options are provided in the school or community setting. For example, school-based enterprise or service learning. Other options are provided in the community at work sites, such as shadowing, mentoring, and internships. Work-based learning options are linked to the courses may vary for individual students enrolled. This is based on individual student post-secondary goals, IEP present levels, individualization of this course of study, and needs related to LRE. The guidance for IEP development includes more information on how to document work-based learning in a student's IEP. Work-based learning programs such as the CWTP, Project Search, or district-developed programs can serve as a vehicle for providing some work-based learning options, particularly those at work sites. Minimum hours for work-based learning, page 9. A minimum of 20 hours per semester course or 40 hours per year-long course of work-based learning is required for each CWC course. For trimester courses, the minimum 40 hours per year may be divided into thirds, 13 to 14 hours per trimester. Abiding by the minimum hours per course assures state fidelity of the CWC. Worksite definition, pages 9 through 10. Some work-based learning will be conducted at a worksite. A worksite is defined as a non-school integrated competitive work environment where the students engage in work-based learning options customized and aligned to their post-secondary goals, including entrepreneurship, mentoring, shadowing, internship, or cooperative education. For careers found only in educational settings, the placement should be outside the student's school of attendance. The rationale supporting the worksite definition is provided in Appendix D of the Administration Guide. Supplemental guidance for work-based learning for career work experience certification, page 10. Additional flexibility for potential virtual options is permitted to complete the minimum CWC work-based learning in accordance with the supplemental guidance for work-based learning for career work experience certification if face-to-face in-person work-based learning is not possible. Refer to Appendix E for details of potential virtual CWC work-based learning options. Best practice is for students to complete the CWC courses and the required minimum number of work-based learning in a face-to-face, in-person, non-school integrated, competitive work environment aligned to individual students' post-secondary goals. Documentation of the CWC process is stored in the Career Ready Alternate Assessment folder, referred to as the CRAAF, C-R-A-A-F. This ensures security of the materials. The CRAAF is also used to document the results and supporting evidence for the ESAR. A certified staff member is responsible for maintaining the CRAAF. This may be the same certified person that serves as a qualified CWC ESAR administrator, or it may be another certified district representative. Qualified CWC administrator, the QCA, is responsible to complete the CWC training and qualification quiz in the KAAP online training system, the OTS, by December 20th, 2024. The CWC quiz will close on December 20th, 2024. Print and file the online CWC certificate in the CRAAF after passing the quiz. Also provide a copy to the building assessment coordinator or district assessment coordinator for their files. File the student information page in the CRAAF and then file the CWC documentation in the CRAAF by the end of each school year. Report status of the student completion of the CWC to the Department of Education. More information for the CRAAF are available on pages 10 through 11. CRAAF components on pages 11 through 12. CRAAF components include the following order: student information, administrator training and documentation, qualification quiz certifications, employability skill attainment record, and the career work experience certification. The Employability Skills Attainment Record ESAR Administration Guide provides more information about the ESAR section. CRAAF Section 1, page 11. The student information page form is stored in the student information section Form components include student name, school, district, grade, state student identification number, the SSID, district enrollment grade if a student is new to the district, date participation in the alternate assessment was determined, and accommodations listed in the current IEP for the student, and the name and signature of the supervising teacher. A link to the KDE alternate assessment and accountability folder, to the career alternate assessment and accountability folder webpage where the student information page can be found is provided on page 11 of the administration guide. There are two versions of the CRAF, one electronic version and the other is a form that is downloadable to save. The CRAF section 2, page 11. The administrator trainings and documentation is stored in the second component of the CRAF. Refer to page 11. Everyone that participates in administering state testing must have 703 KR 5080 administration code for Kentucky's Educational Assessment Training Program training completed. Anyone that provides accommodations during state testing must also complete the inclusion of special populations in the state requirement assessment and accountability program 703 KAR 50070 training. Refer to the KDE Office of Assessment and Accountability, Regulations Training and Forms, web pages for trainings and training signature sheets. The administrator training and documentation is stored in the second component of the CRAF. Continue referred to page 11. A signed non-disclosure form for state assessment form from the QCA is not required in the CRAF for the CWC process. However, the signed non-disclosure form for state assessments is required for the administration of the Employability Skill Attainment Record, ESAR. CRAF section 3, page 12. The qualifying quiz certification component of the CRAF houses the CWC certificate documenting the QCA successfully completed the qualification quiz. The CWC certificate is printed from the KAP online training system, the OTS. A copy is placed in the CRAF and one copy is provided to the BAC or the DAC. CRAF section 5, page 11 through 12. The fifth component of the CRAF houses the documentation for the CWC, which can include multiple sections depending on the number of years for the initial course completion. If the student enrolls in the first CWC course at grade 9, the folder section begins that year. If not, the folder section begins in grade 10 or later. A section is added for each year of the high school in which the student is initially completing a CWC course. If the student exits with a graduation code at completion of grade 12, the CWC documentation ends at that grade level. If the student completes a CWC course in grade 14, a section will be added for each grade 14 year until the student completes the course or exits with a graduation code. Remember, the 4 courses must be initially completed in prerequisite order. Each CWC grade level section within the CRAF contains the multi-year course of study, including the courses leading to the CWC, the transition services needed, and the post-secondary goal section of the IEP, documentation of the work-based learning hours, and anecdotal notes, which are supporting notes regarding specific student information related to the attainment of the CWC. Folder audit, page 12. Career readiness is reported by KDE's Office of Career and Technical Education, OCTE. Therefore, personnel from OCTE will audit CRAFs during monitoring or review visits for career and technical education programs. During the folder audit, the district will be asked to provide a copy of the student transcript generated from Infinite Campus. A comparison between the transcript and the multi-year course of study will be substantiated that the CWC courses planned were completed. At the local level, DACs may choose to monitor the craft to review programming and assessment compliance. This is a district level decision. Reporting to KDE, page 14. The QCA reports the status of the student's attainment of the CWC to KDE in accordance with the directions received through the alternate assessment email distribution list and the DAC emails. The QCA indicates either yes, the student completed the CWC coursework, or no, the student did not complete the CWC. The status is recorded in the Career Readiness or in the Career Ready database, the CRD. The CRD is housed on the KEP online training system, OTS. Additional information is requested with the completion status of the CWC attainment. In the Career Ready database, the CRD, when the QCA indicates yes, the student completed the CWC coursework, then the type of CWC work-based learning, including, for example, face-to-face or in-person, virtual, or a combination of face-to-face, in-person, and virtual. The total number of QCA work-based learning hours completed by type will be required. May 30th, 2025 is the last day to enter the CWC status in the CRD. CRD student roster, page 13. Grade 12 and grade 14 students identified to be working towards career readiness in the alternative high school diploma course of study or alternate assessment with completion of at least 2 CWC courses are entered in the CRD by KAAP personnel. A student working towards career readiness will not be registered in the CRD if KDE has received reporting from prior years that the student has previously completed the CWC and previously met a benchmark on the ESAR. If a student is not showing in the CRD, verify in the Craft and/or Infinite Campus Assessment tab whether the student has already completed CWC and met benchmark on the ESAR. A grade 11 student will not be automatically registered in the CRD. The process for registering a grade 11 student or an eligible student that has not previously automatically loaded in the system is as follows. The DAC, DOS, or district level administrator registers the student in the database. Once the student is registered in the CRD, the DAC or DOS or district level administrator must then contact Sherry Craig, OCTE, at Sherry, SHERRI.CRAIG@education.ky.gov, or Daryl Mattingly, Career Ready Database System Administrator, daryl.mattingly@uky.edu, to request the student record be open. Statewide fidelity CWC process begins on page 14. For statewide fidelity of the CWC process, school districts should provide work-based learning experiences following the definitions and guidance provided in the KDE CTE Work-Based Learning Manual. Provide work-based learning a minimum of 20 hours per semester course or 40 hours per year-long course leading to the CWC. For trimester courses and minimum of 40 hours per year may be divided into thirds, 13 to 14 hours per trimester. Base work-based learning options and environments on the LRE for each student. Statewide fidelity CWC process continued. For statewide fidelity of the CWC process, school districts should provide for skills in employability and foundational academic standards alternate assessment during work-based learning to give opportunities for generalization of skills in community and work environments. Provide specially designed instruction, SDI, in accordance with the individual student IEPs during work-based learning experiences. Develop CWC courses to meet the course description within the high school special education course standards documents. Align district programs with the Kentucky Taxonomy for Transition Programming. Statewide fidelity, CWC process continued, slide 2. For statewide fidelity of the CWC process, school districts should utilize evidence-based practices in school, community, and work settings for both instructional and transition practices. Incorporate universal design for learning, UDL, practices within instruction. Utilize interagency collaboration for work-based learning opportunities. Include person-centered planning when needed. The district choice of specific planning methods. Begin the ILP process at grade 6. This concludes the CWC training module. You may complete the CWC qualification quiz in the KAP online training system, the OTS. The CWC qualification quiz will close on December 20th, 2024. Review the CWC administration guide if needed before accessing the quiz. You will have 3 opportunities to pass the quiz. If you do not pass the quiz, this means you missed a total of 10 or more questions, or at least one mandatory question was answered incorrectly. Upon the 3rd unsuccessful attempt, you will be locked out of the OTS and must notify your DAC, DOS, or district level administrator for assistance. If you become locked out of the quiz, please review the training materials again before retesting. The 2024-25 career work experience support contacts are listed on the slide. Bill Bates, Exceptional Child Education Consultant for CTE in the Office of Special Education and Early Learning. Myself, Sherry Craig, in the Office of Career and Technical Education. I can assist with CWC and ESAR administration guide questions, and then also questions related to the alternate career readiness. And also Daryl Mattingly, the Career Ready Database Systems Administrator, the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Program, KAP, for assistance with career readiness or Career Readiness Database, the CRD, for CWC and ESAR data reporting. I will also share some information about alternate career readiness. As a reminder, there are additional alternate career readiness options available since 2023-24 school year. Options for the career readiness for alternative high school diploma course of study or alternate assessment students include successfully completing one of the following 3 options. So a student must complete only one of these to be considered career ready if the student is in alternative high school diploma course of study. Career work experience certification, the CWC, completion of the CWC, and meeting benchmark on the employability skill attainment record, ESAR. Or the student may have 300 or more hours of work-based learning, of KBE approved cooperative education or internship associated with a course code. The CWC course codes are available for alternate. And the third option is a KBE approved application for work experience not associated with a co-op or internship course code and have completed 300 on-the-job hours with an employer partner in the school or district aided with the student's work experience. For more information, refer to the following resources: Working with Exceptional Children in CTE, Accountability and Post-Secondary Readiness in CTE, and Frequently Asked Questions, Co-ops and Internships for State Accountability. These links will provide more information for the alternative career readiness options. Also, for clarification, for data entry, the Career Readiness Record versus the Career Ready database. So for tracking the 300 or more hours of KB-approved co-op or internship course code, the CWC courses are available in Infinite Campus, the Career Readiness Record, to track co-op and internship hours associated with the course. Schools and districts should identify a staff member to be responsible for reporting student, co-op, and internship data in the Career Readiness Record tab in Infinite Campus. Instructions on how to enter the work-based learning records for students is available on the KDE KSIS Data Standards webpage and can be found in the Career Readiness Work-Based Learning Data Standard document. Next, when submitting the CWC and ESAR data to KDE, the Career Ready database, or the CRD, housed on the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Program, or KAP's online training system, the OTS, is utilized to enter the CWC status and ESAR score to KDE. September 6th, the CWC qualification quiz is scheduled to open. October 11th, the ESAR qualification quiz is scheduled to open. There's also a link provided here, the Kentucky Alternate Assessment Program calendar. This link is available on the Kentucky Department of Education website. And then also, for more questions regarding CWC and ESAR, please contact myself, Sherry Craig, in the Office of Career and Technical Education. And then also for assistance or more information for the Career Readiness Record, please contact Sarah Robbins, or the Assistant Data Manager in the Office of Career and Technical Education. And this concludes the CWC training module and alternate career readiness options overview. Thank you.